Policies to redistribute resources and to level up the poor can succeed only if they are designed to encourage a culture of personal and collective responsibility amongst Singaporeans. Deputy Prime Minister Tharman Shanmugaratnam made this point at the S Rajaratnam Lecture today.
In Singapore, policies are being redesigned with more emphasis on social transfers. Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Tharman Shanmugaratnam says the key question is not how much to redistribute, but how. Naturally, more is given to the low-income group. To illustrate, he said over a lifetime, a low-income couple at the bottom 10% of the income ladder can expect to receive benefits that would help them more than double their lifetime earnings. But he said the need to develop a broader social culture should also be factored into government policies.
As we step up our social policies in Singapore, our approach must therefore be to encourage a compact between personal and collective responsibility, where each reinforces the other rather than a zero-sum game.
Even with the emphasis on self-reliance, Mr. Tharman said the government would help citizens face uncertainties, but he cautioned against a sense of entitlement.
We must also avoid at all costs an entitlement mentality amongst those who have succeeded. Succeeding through a meritocracy does not mean that you have made it on your own.
Participants who attended the lecture raised various concerns on the struggles faced by Singapore's poor.
The truth at the moment is that many Singaporean workers at the lower end of our pyramid are not paid a living wage.
I can assure you that by any stretch of looking at statistics from any distance, real incomes of our poor, real incomes, meaning incomes adjusted for cost of living, have risen substantially in the last 20 years. Walk into the homes. I do it every week. Walk into the homes. They are poor and we are trying to help them. But let's not say that they are no better off compared to where they were 20 years ago, let alone 40 years ago. They now have many of the other accoutrements of modern living, and we want them to have more. We want them in particular to have the confidence that their children can do well.
Mr. Tharman said the government is intervening upstream earlier in children's lives to reduce the gaps and the starting points between children from poorer and better off backgrounds. Mr. Tharman said Singapore is starting from a position of strength and he's confident that the country can emerge better so long as it gets its policies right and society retains its culture of responsibility.